Hello YouTubes, what is up? Welcome back to another video. It is your boy Strem, and today I just thought I'd make a quick little video about how I got to Master Rank in Pokemon Unite. The first half of Season 1 is wrapping up, the mobile release is coming out soon, and there should be a lot of new players along with that, so I figured I'd just do like a little guide or a little discussion about how we got there. So I'll talk a little bit about strategy, talk about the items that I chose to upgrade, and then of course talk about the Pokemon I used and just sort of my general thoughts on what the matchmaking is like right now and everything having to do with the game. So without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, so the first thing I want to talk about is what Pokemon I used to get to Masters. And I will say these are some of the Pokemon that I think are the best to use. So initially when I started off with Zeraora and Cinderace as my carries, but then moved into Greninja. My win rate is actually better on Zeraora and Cinderace than Greninja, but I think Greninja is stronger just in general as a carry. You take these guys into the jungle, you bulk up on XP, and then make sure you're higher than everybody on the opposing team and just clean house. I also, toward the end of my run, started using Lucario a lot. I think he's one of the best characters in the game. Definitely the best all-rounder if you're looking to pick one up. He can execute objectives really well with both of his builds, Power Up Punch and Extreme Speed. In terms of support, I think Wigglytuff is the best Mon for sure. Sing is crazy good. Rollout is good. It's just fun, but always go Sing. Both Double Slap and Dazzling Gleam are viable, but definitely exploit Wigglytuff because there's a buff or a nerf incoming on her. Blissey is also really strong, so if you're not a fan of Wiggly, definitely go Blissey. All viable builds except for Egg Bomb for sure. Can definitely help boost up your team carries if you're playing in a duo or trio queue as well. Mons like Crustle are really good for solo queuing. I think, you know, with him with the score shield, you can just kind of go nutso and score all the time, especially near end game. If you Unite move and then try to score, you're going to get it in. But ultimately, pick what Mon you feel most comfortable with. I feel like a lot of Pokemon are viable right now. It's just a matter of finding one you excel with and kind of getting as good as you can, but make sure you're picking them on that you can easily carry with as well. One of the other important things to talk about are held items in this game. Obviously, you can pay to upgrade them, so I'll just run through my held items real quick and let you guys know what I used to get here. I used a lot of the Muscle Band, gives you attack speed and attack. Use it on any ADC carry or auto attacker, it's great. Next up is the Focus Band. This gives you a ton of survivability. It's key. It's absolutely necessary if you're laning. I think it's one of the best items. Buddy Barrier, I use that a lot. It's the best item in the game. It gives you a 40% shield at level 20, and it gives a teammate a 40% shield every time you use your Unite move. I've been using Score Shield a lot lately as well. Scoring is awesome. It gives you XP. It refreshes your Unite move, and it's really hard to score without it, so definitely recommend. I also used a little bit of Scope Lens for the crit on Mons that can crit, like Cinderace, like Garchomp, Crustle. I wasted a lot of money upgrading this Floatstone here, and I even, toward the end, started using Attack Weight and other stacking items, especially on Lucario, because if you can score 6 times, it is really valuable, and I find it just makes me play more aggressively. So those are the items. We'll see what happens in future updates with all these other items. Hopefully they get some love. Right now, I'm just going to save all my item enhancers to see what they end up doing with these held items. The next thing I want to talk about are the strategies in the game. Now, I think strategy is obviously very important in any game to rank up, but I think particularly Pokemon Unite because it's so objective focused. The objectives being Zapdos, Rotom, and Dreadnought. And I'm just going to come right out and say it. I think Dreadnought is the most important objective in this game. Zapdos is obviously huge, but Dreadnought sets you up to win that Zapdos at the end. So at the 7-minute mark, you want to rotate down to Dreadnought no matter what. And I actually recommend going top lane if you're not the jungler. So that way you can ensure, regardless of your teammates, at least one person from top lane is rotating down to that team fight. Dreadnought grants you experience and shields, tons of it. It just really helps you in the long run of the game. In order to simplify this, I think, as easy as I can, this whole game is preparing for the next objective. So when you're in the laning phase, all you want to do is steal as much experience from the enemies as you can, farm up, and then go to the objectives and try to win that team fight. Immediately after Dreadnought, you should be thinking about the next objective, which is typically Rotom. So rotate top if you can't get any easy scores, and farm on the way there so that you are fully prepared for that. In between, when Dreadnought and Rotom still aren't spawning back, you should be farming. You can try to get kills, but this game is really not about getting kills. It's about scoring points and farming experience in between the objectives. That is the best probably advice I could give, and in the simplest way. So whether you're the jungler or not, you should always be looking to take out wild camps. Obviously, don't steal experience from your teammates, particularly your jungler, because they're often your carry. But that's what you do. Farm, go to objective, win team fight, and then immediately back to farming, and only score if you got quick scores or a score shield on Crustle. Alright, so that's how I got there. It's not a complicated game. Just play smart, rotate to your objectives, play Pokemon that you can carry with, and farm as much EXP as you can. Ultimately, the items are a different story. They're bound to change, buff and nerf some of the held items. Pretty much there's only 2 or 3 battle items that are even viable. I barely talked about it, but Eject Button, Fluffy Tail, and possibly Goal Getter, I guess, in some alternate universe. But yeah, that's it. That's how I did it. I'm excited for the future of the game with mobile. I really hope they're more consistent with balance changes and Pokemon releases. The last few weeks we have not gotten sufficient updates, so I do hope that changes when mobile releases. But if you guys enjoyed the video, please don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you're seeing this and you are new. I do all kinds of Pokemon Unite content now, so that's pretty cool. I love you guys very much. Peace.